Yo, YouTube, we back. Another live stream. Um, yeah, currently not really trading. Not really doing nothing right now. But if you look, I mean, it has reason. There's a lot of reason to trade it. So we got what we wanted to see. So, I mean, right now it's just a lot of waiting, but because we don't have the open yet, it's a bank holiday. It's really an iffy day to even trade if you were to trade it. So it's really just a lot of patience and same rules apply. Like we get an SMT, we're gonna look for that change, but you know, you go on the lower time frame, just been chopping, going back and forth. So yeah, not really much at the moment, but hey, just gotta watch, wait and see. So inside of 1 hour, inside of 1 hour, inside of 1 hour, jump to the four, fat, crazy ass cap there. So, other than that, it's really not much. Lower, we got a 4 hour, two wide open. Price will tell us pretty much what we want to see. But yeah, other than that, nothing. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna make this shit a video if I do even take a trade, but if I don't, then just gonna keep that shit to a live stream, you know. And like I said, there's really not much going on at the moment, but just watch, wait. So if I take a pre-market stab right here,
Order filled.
stop at the SMT. Let's put the SMT changed. reject it inside of a 1 hour right here. So, I mean, I got exactly what I wanted to see happen. Just waiting, but it is pre-market. I would probably take this into the open if I were to, continue to hold this shit. But jump to the 1, peep right here. High doesn't get taken, and once it doesn't, we get a change in the state to the downside, even on the 1 minute. So I do actually like this trade. It's inside of a 3 minute as well. Pulled back to this change. Putting the SMT to the downside. And then with that, we also changed in the state. And there's really nothing. We already closed through this 15 minute. There's really nothing that would hold us from going higher. So I would like for us to even get inside of these 4 hours right there. Jump to the 4 hour time frame. I would like for us to, dive down to the top of that 4 hour. So just seeing how much we sold off as well. I don't necessarily think this SMT will send price back higher yet, but it will rebalance. I do know it will rebalance higher. So, but just following my rules and the model that I took, right here, I wouldn't want to see this SMT get put in and us change if we want to go higher. I'd want to see this 1 minute actually hold and then send price higher to get up inside of that gap. But that's not what happened. So it's really big for ES to also pick up. And imagine ES has all this sell side down here as well. So I'm going to wait and see where I go break even at. Jump to a lower time frame. Changed again. So that means on this lower time frame, I'd want to see this 30-second hold. There'd be no need for this to not hold if we're going to go lower. So take out that internal low. Move my stop all the way down there. Again, that 30 seconds should hold. If we want to send price lower from here, this 30-second should hold. Pull back to a 2 minute change as well. Let's check the 3 minute. I want to see displacement through this 3 minute gap for us to actually create another fair value gap to the downside. So I don't want to see us play around in there. So that's why you got to tighten up the stop to maximize or minimize, the win / the loss. So inside of this 30-second, I'd like to see a change out of this all over again. But again, it's going to be slow. Just based off the data it is. Can't expect nothing. Can't be too upset or anything. Just got to trade it how you would normally trade it. But again, I'm just looking for a continuation to go short. All this resting sell side right there. Jump to the 1 hour. We're inside of 1 hour. Put an SMT in. Jump to the 4 hour. Pretty much will make a 4 hour gap. So I'm just looking for more of a sell off. These wide open. Oh shit. So you could target the middle of it, target the lower. I feel like every spot has its reason. So disrespecting this 5 minute right there off that close. Like 30 seconds really clean. Put that SMT in, change below all of this, pull back up to it, and then we take out this internal low. That's the only thing. So that means this gap that we put in, it's gonna be the gap that holds, or it's gonna be the gap that, fucks it all up. So I got my stop right above it, right there. But again, we got this huge 1 minute up here. So I might get stopped here, most likely. So me getting stopped here won't eliminate another trade, but it'll definitely, I'll just take
Order
calls
filled.
based on the day, but just super clean. Pull back up to the change again. Probably to take the high inside of it. So most likely want to take out the high inside of that 1 minute. And then again, I want to see what this brings us again. Inside a 15-minute gap, invalidated that 15-minute, invalidated the 5 minute, inside of a 30. So 1 hour. Everything's still saying bearish. Yeah, we got a bullish SMT, but look at ES. That's where the sell side level is. It's down there. Wide open 4 hours. So I can still expect a more of a sell-off. It's kind of what I'm anticipating that. So pull back to the change, see what we do. Get that model again.
Order filled.
Change again. My stop above this high. We change out of it again after we pull back up. That's what I want to see. So we're gonna watch this close. Want to see an expansion here though. I want to see us change aggressive. Pretty much at my order. So would want to see us pull back up to this change again for the fact that pull back up, disrespect this gap, changing the state all over again after we tap it. So want to get a 1 minute change though to confirm it. We don't get that, then again, that's just us playing around in this 3 minute to go higher, which take out that low. So I want to see this 3 minute get invalidated though. So because we already did the 5 right here. Failed to put in the change. $30 did not. Gonna tighten up the risk here. Again, each higher time frame, just staying lower. Not gonna give it too many tries though. Just gonna be able to walk away, whether wants to go here now or wants to go later. Don't want to give it too many tries. So just based on the day, 9:15 right now. Good, bro. All right, so we get that 1 minute change, and just look at ES more as well. I'll use ES as a just to show us, like ES is disrespecting these gaps to the downside, invalidating them. So we get that 3 minute close at the halfway mark. All these wicks are just respecting at the moment. Stops pretty much above this 1 minute. We're just invalidating shit to the upside, take out this high inside of this. From here, I don't really want to see higher. So if we get higher, then that's pretty much it on that day. You know, like I'm not going to force too much today. Take small losses. But I'm not about to trade the chop, you know? Shit. It's not valid. It's not valid. So but again, I just want to watch ES. ES is gonna be the key part slash indicator. You know, it's gonna really tell us. I'm still targeting the same spot, same 4 hour. No need to change where I'm targeting. There's nothing, no 1 hour, no 30 minute, no 15. I already invalidated that shit. Down here is the only 15. But all this low resistance, you know, just sweat. So I want to see that shit all get taken out. I want to see this 3 minute candle. This is the candle that I need to see expanding, because that's going to be the candle that will create a gap. So again, I like where we're heading, but it's mainly just waiting and seeing where this candle goes. So we took the trade based off of just the return. Take this high to the low. So you take this high to this low down there. All this happened inside of the 50 mark and a premium in the market. And once I seen that happen, kind of gave me confidence. All right, well, this is a 1 hour high or a 15 minute high, you know, 5 minute high, whatever you want to see it as. It got swept out of the market and put in the SMT. You look at ES, the same exact thing. Take the high of the low of the range to the high, the low, and the same thing happened at, you know, premium in the market. So that's, well, discount if you were to go short, you know, it's a discount if you're trying to go short. So if it came up past that 50, then it's discount because you're pretty much selling it cheaper up here, you know, to buy it back at an even lower price. So that's how you actually make money on it going short. So what that happened, word, we took out this high, you know, so this 5 minute high is the high that we swept on NAS, but we didn't on ES. But why is that important? Well, if you look, we already tapped in the 5 minute, sold off a little bit, boom, failed to take out the high again, sold off, boom, failed again. So it's just showing us where SMT gets put in. So now once the SMT gets put in, you're looking for, well, I want to see this complete this, you know, 5 minute change, which it did on ES, if you look, and just expand from here. And ES has a SMT all the way down here that I'd want to see get taken out. You know, I want to see get taken out the market. So everything has its reason. I have my understanding on why I took the trade. Jump to the 15 minute. I would want to see this low get taken. That's the low I'm kind of looking for to get taken. This one right here. And then this one as well. Because this SMT, like I said, I want to see more of a continuation type of sell off from this entire move. I don't want to see us rebalance it, and then the open, I'd like to see us push price lower. So if we get lower, I will not take a loss, on this trade. Like if I take it now, then that's okay. But I won't take a loss on this trade. If we open up and we start selling off, I'll be in profit or I'll go break even. So one or the other. But you jump to the 4 hour, like, yeah, look, we can rebalance this, no doubt. This high to the low, we can rebalance this. S&T, sell side swept. Where the rebalance it's clean. But then you just look right there as well. We still have this sell side resting. No matter what, we still got lows right there and a wide open 4 hour. The same exact thing that I took on Friday. So it wouldn't make sense though if we didn't put this SMT in the market and then change off of each internal time frame. We changed on the 5. So now deliveries changed on the 5 minute. And deliveries changed on that 3 minute. Bam. Like I said, I want to see us open up a 3 minute gap, which we did now. Because that if we got through this gap, then that would be our expansion gap. 2 minute changed, which it will, but it already changed up here. So, it just it has to just like mirror itself, So once we return to this change again, stop me out. I'm like, all right, bet. That's okay. I want to see if we change lower time frame after we tapped it one more time, which we did. We changed again, pull back up, and I have my stop up there, tighten it right there. And now, just gonna leave it. So there ain't really no need to touch it. This 5 minute will get pulled probably back up to. But just the key thing to watch is ES while all this is happening. See where ES is at, see what ES is doing. ES is gonna take out this low before NAS probably takes out the low. Just because that's the market that put the SMT in that failed to take out the high. So I'm really just watching. It's either or. And again, we can even take out these lows right here. Right here. Put in the SMT and go right back up. So, here's going to be a break even / trail aggressively in that market, but we're still targeting that 4 hour. Still targeting right down there. Just based off the sell-off too, like daily low right there as well. It's definitely a Monday, but price action, it should stay fairly the same if everything is valid. And then, boom, we got this right here, that change. About to put a 30-minute change in. So just how aggressive this candle was, off of that SMT. You don't see that a lot, especially pre-market. You don't see this type of move a lot. Boom, SMT, 1 minute gap, straight invalidated, change in the state, pull back up again. And then, you don't see that a lot towards the open. But just the fact that we have it, that's exactly why I took the trade. 5 minute fair value gap gets invalidated. So super clean. I mean, I'm happy with the trade. I'm happy that I'm able to see that, and from there just let it rock. So tighten up a loss to $40, and then just watch. So bust out that bumps for. That's really well bad too. I can't really bump. Can't bump on YouTube. I might have to start going to kick or something. Niggas really need the bumps in this joint. But yeah. So we're just gonna watch, just wait and see. But putting a 5 minute fair value gap here, here. It's that 25 candle. Imagine no banks really trading, no nothing in the market at the moment. So, you know, only volume we're really gonna get is that 930 volume. So again, I'd like to see that shit flush us, change lower, just see what we do here. So 4 hour will get put in around 10. If we don't come all the way back up and rebalance, but by then I will be stopped out of my trade for, you know, no loss or a loss. So yeah, I mean, again, it's super clean. Stops right above the 3 minute wick, above this 5 minute wick. So it's in a safe spot. Then if market opens, we come back, push inside this gap, tap a 5 minute change, and then, you know, send back lower. But all this low resistance right there is just looking clean. We do take out this low right here on ES. Don't take it out on NAS. But I wouldn't want to see that SMT be the SMT that makes us just fail to go lower. But again, if it's SMT, we'll have to change back in the state for it to even be like valid. Have to be valid to change in the state, the most, you know, closest one, for it to actually do it. Because it could just get put in to rebalance. But that's exactly why my stop is not lowered, because any of these lows can get taken out. But again, it's a lot of it's just a lot of like details to what the terms mean, and knowing how like they work in the market, where they work at, where they're like significant. That's all that really matters. So sometimes it gets put in, it's not as significant as, you know, the like what it really is telling you. But this to me is significant. SMT gets put in a 1 hour fair value gap because it's a higher time frame, and then we actually take out buy side, like a real buy side. So, and we fail this high, you know. So again, it's just like I said, everything has its own meaning and own reasoning. But right now, I'm just watching both of the pairs. I want to see which one takes out this low first. If they both get taken out at the same time, and then, you know, what 930 does to the trade. Look, no news today. So yeah, every trade got to be closed by like a certain time today, like 11:45. So if people are in the market and are trading this shit aggressive, they're gonna want to get out of their trades too. You know, they're not gonna hold some shit up until the next open 6 o'clock. So again, it's nice though. It's very nice. I like where we're at. I like how the market's developing towards price action. So it's really nothing. This is the only 15 minute that we're in. We're in this 15 minute, but in a minute we will close. So I do want to see us get below this 15 minute, pretty much by the open. So that will determine what price action really wants to do. You know, it can hold, set us back up a little bit higher, but we do get a 15-minute change as well. So that's if we stay below it, you know. But it looks like we're gonna get that 15-minute change. So whether the open brings a lot of volume or it doesn't, it's gonna determine pretty much what my trade is gonna look like for the rest of the, you know, the trading day. Because it's probably gonna be definitely is gonna be the last one. You know, there's really no need to keep taking stabs on something that's pretty accurate. You know. So about a couple seconds, get that 15-minute change. Boom. Want to see what the lower time frame starts telling us. 5-minute. Pull back to the change. But again, like I said, 9:30, no banks are in it, but we're gonna get that 9:30 volume regardless, whether it's that strong or it's a little bit slower. So it's just important to see what it does from there. So we got in this trade a little bit early. Back around 9. Let's see when I entered. Entered right here. It's 9:12. Change there again. Starting to blitz through this 15-minute fair value gap too. No 15 million ES, no. So it's gonna be slow, but it's worth holding it. Just waiting to see what we do. Just how aggressive this 1 hour is right off of that. That should tell you a lot of it. And so you don't put in that 30-minute change, these two up close. But by 10 o'clock, if we're selling off like that, then we will. And we'll get it on the 1 hour. So once we take one of these lows on each chart with either or, doesn't matter. It's gonna go break even. Stop will be right at. I mean, honestly, can leave it. If it's a $40 loss, it's not the biggest deal, based upon where the trade's at. So. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Just gonna let it play out. Yeah. Low resistance liquidity run. Just look at it from here to there. Each low is just intact. I want to see this low, get liquidated. So from there, just see an expansion lower up into this, down into this 4 hour. So move over here. Got resting eagle lows, more liquidity here, there. And then obviously the start of these wide open fair value gaps. So that's kind of the bias on where I'm targeting. But again, just watch a higher time frame. There's no need to really watch the lower unless, something big is really happening. But this close to the low, just let it rock. You know, watch something like the 5 minute, get a 5 minute close, another candle closer. So that means, you know, 3 minute gap is gonna open up in a minute right there. Stop could go above. Oh shit! Stop can go right above this here. You know, $100 in profit, break even. I'm gonna keep mine right at the 40. So I have my targets for a reason, a specific reason. I do want to see ES take this low. That's the only thing. You know, I want to see the aggression, see where we're really getting based upon NAS and ES. If NAS starts showing us signs stronger to go lower, then that's exactly what we're gonna do. You know, so it's not, and that's another thing. It's not necessarily the exact low. It's not the exact low. This one, look at NAS, look at ES. This is a little bit different of a chart. You know where we're at. 442 is placed at a different spot. So ES has every right, you know, to play around a little bit still, and then boom, sell back off. But yeah, I'm not worried. Just letting the market tell me exactly where, you know. Like I said, I want to see a fill, you know, make it a clearer chart. I want to see a fill of these wide open 4 hours before we get this rebalance. So that's my bias. So right now I'm just shuffling through the time frame, seeing exactly what's happening. Just reminding myself never to get too caught up on, you know, what I want versus what the market's doing. You know, as long as ES is doing and NAS is doing what I think can happen accordingly, then there should be no problem. But just make sure you always shuffle through. Never let what you want block everything. You know. So I'm really looking for this low to get swept. That's very key. I don't like how we're playing around towards it, but I gotta wait. You know, gotta wait. I gotta be patient. We took it on ES. There we go. So we took it on ES. We took it on NAS. Should be no, you know, really reason to play around. Putting that 3 minute gap right there. Got a 2 minute gap right here. Stop can go there. Stop can go right above this 15 minute. So no matter what, we're gonna be $130 in profit. Not trailing it aggressive, but we're gonna trail it just to be back that loss in the morning from that first stab. And then on top of that, if we want to continue to go back. So I don't see us coming back any, you know, any higher like this higher. Nah. gonna stay $130 in profit on a trade, no matter what. Look at the 4 hour, starting to get that expansion to dive back in here. So bam, bam. Standard deviations right there off of that move. So, and where's the 4 line up? Right down there. So it's clean. I mean, I love it, you know. I like exactly what it's showing me. It's giving me the signs that, you know, we are bearish. The move still and the draw still is lower. So yeah, that's really what it's looking like at the moment. Take out the low. And then again, there's just nothing nothing stopping us from going all the way down there. So jump to this 1 hour right here. Got it wide open. Put this right there. Wide open gap right there that we just tapped into. So 1 hour, we just tapped in right there. I want to see that get invalidated as well to go back lower. Nothing on NAS. So just waiting, you know. I have to open up. Price is gonna have to develop according. So move TP up actually a little bit to the standard deviation mark, the 2. So which again, it's just a textbook trade, you know. We get an actual standard deviation move to go take out buy side, but we actually fail putting SMT. So that is the move. And then just follow our rules, you know, take our fruit. We don't need to target the whole entire move to the downside, which we can. We still can. I'm still, you know, I'm being decisive of where we're at. It's a Monday. It's not always the most needing, you know, you don't need everything in that day. So just gonna wait, see. But the fill was beautiful. It's back here. We got entered here. So we want to show it right there. We're to stop right there. Yeah, so I mean, I like it again. Just get the screenshot now. Just to have it ready, no matter what. Like win, lose, doesn't matter. And this trade's been in profit for a minute, so I'm not gonna go based off of what, like, you don't go based off money to like go journal your trade. You know, you base it off of the trade you took, because it's gonna be the last trade I took. I attempted this trade twice, so took it here, right there, and honestly, my stop stayed above. we would have been riding this trade out, you know. Once we came here, I put my stop right above the 30-second. So that's the reason why I got stopped. I put it right there, put it too tight, too early. We already filled this here. So it should have been above this one. And if we invalidate this one, you know, we have every right to come back here up at this point. But if we were to validate this one, then now it would have been, you know, okay, we're probably going to be bullish here. And that's exactly what I should have just, you know, recognized a little bit sooner. But we still took a small loss on that trade, which is like perfectly fine, you know, $60, I think. So pleased with it. It doesn't really, you know, doesn't strike me. It's just more so like, how do I learn from it, you know? And that's exactly how you learn from it. You just go back, see exactly what happened, you know, and about, let's see, like 2 minutes later. So 12, we stopped out right here. Yeah, 2 minutes later, we're in the same exact trade that we're still attempting, you know, still targeting the same spot. So looking for ES to come down towards sell side. Right here. And then obviously that's what started the SMT. So ES got a lot of room. Nas got, you know, a little bit of room before TP. Yeah, so here will tell me everything I need to know about the trade. Let's see what this is looking like. Yeah, so it's about in the same exact area. So I just don't want to see displacement out of this, which we're kind of getting off of this 1 minute here as well. I don't want to see a confirmed, pullback. So that's gonna, we get that change. We invalidate that 3 minute, 2 minutes still getting respected. 5 minute, we're inside of it now. It's gonna definitely be here. Invalidate. So
order filled.
I'm gonna close out there. So it's a great ass trade, but I am gonna be fully out, and I'm just gonna call it another day. There's really no need to keep on going. Still got this SMT in the market inside of a 1 hour ES. It's a deep run. Which again, like I said, I still can see us to go lower, but it's a deep, like target down there, and as well as for ES down there. And then you gotta imagine like sell side's already swept, internal low, taken right there. Boom, take it one more time. So I mean, just look at it, and then bullish SMT put in the market as well. There's really no need to hold on to the trade any longer. Shit got invalidated pretty quick. Started getting that displacement. That's all it is, So I mean, that's really all it is for today. Quick little live stream. Made about 220. So yeah. Look at the 15. Stop is right here. So just come and wait to see. Want to watch. Yeah, we had this in place, but we already invalidated, this 3 minute. That 3 minute getting invalidated, that tells you all you need to know. Once I started seeing, the 1 minute, the 2 minute legs coming in straight bullish, then that's all you really need to see. And now there's a lot more reasoning, to come back up into this range. So I first had to see what we're doing towards the open versus what we're doing, after. Because to go higher, you're not just gonna go higher from here. That's easy for people to understand. Oh yeah, we're coming up, boom, 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 boom. Everyone can take that. So now it has to first fake your shit out, go lower, and go higher, and then where at the same time. So these are, this shit is clean as fuck, bro. For real, for real. And honestly, I gotta look at this manipulation range because it should be there, which that's exactly where we took it. So yeah, once I look back at it, it should be off of the green candle, not the black one. And that's exactly what it is. So that shit was really textbook. The more I look at it, TP should have been like right there. Other than that, yo, this shit is just clean. It was a great trade. Good way to start the Monday. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this shit.